Yo guys, what is going on? It's Luki here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be focusing on the top 5 weapons after the new patch 1.17. Now, this patch came out, I believe it was a few days ago. By the time this video is up, it's probably been out for about 3 days or so. This update brought a lot to the game. A new specialist is now in the game. I might make a few videos on that if you guys want me to, just how to use it, top tips and how to counter it and stuff like that. If you guys want me to, make sure to go ahead and say so in the comment section below. But before we do get into the main topic of today's video, I would like to quickly apologise for the lack of uploads lately. I have been away, so I haven't had time to make any videos. I have been away for about a week or so. So yeah, I haven't had time to make any videos. But I am now back and I will be uploading a bunch of videos. And also I'd like to quickly mention that I am actually starting a job soon. So I'm not quite sure how often my upload schedule is probably going to be a bit all over the place. Because obviously if I do have work, it's going to be very hard and difficult for me to balance college, work, and all those other stuff, so it might be a bit difficult. But anyway, I'm just going to get straight into the top 5 weapons of today's video. So these are the top 5 weapons after the new patch 1.17. Like I said before, there's been a lot of buffs and nerfs and stuff like that, but anyway, let's just get into the top 5 weapons. So first of all, I'd like to go ahead and talk about the Swordfish. Now the Swordfish is a 4-round burst weapon on the game. You can make it into a 5-round burst if you guys go ahead and put the operator mod on it. I think it's called Pentaburst or something like that. I might be wrong. But yeah, it's a very good weapon. I absolutely love this weapon. By far, definitely one of the best weapons in the game right now. There's so many good things about this weapon, one of them being the fact that it is a burst, and with a burst weapon, it is going to make your accuracy a ton better. You guys will notice in today's video, in the gameplay in the background, there's hardly no recoil on this weapon because it is a burst weapon, and on burst weapons they have a lot less recoil than fully automatic weapons, because obviously if they are bursting, in between bursts the recoil and like the crosshairs are going to go back to the original place you were aiming in the first place. There is not much kick on it at all, and the fire rate is very good. And with the Pentaburst operator mod, you guys can actually go ahead and one burst quite a lot of people, literally all the time. It's so satisfying to use as well, probably one of the most satisfying weapons in the game, and also the range on this weapon is absolutely incredible. So that is another one of the main reasons that I absolutely love this weapon. Now the next weapon I'm going to be talking about is of course the Spitfire. Now you guys probably know if you've watched a lot of my videos, I love the Spitfire. The Spitfire has been one of my favourite weapons since the very beginning of the game. I've been using it since the beta. I remember since the beta, I found it in beta and I was absolutely shredding with it. I made several videos on this weapon and I absolutely just love this weapon. It's such a perfect weapon for me, and if you guys have the same kind of playstyle to me, then this weapon will very like just suit your playstyle. So my kind of playstyle is rushy. You're seeing a lot of the gameplay in the background. I like to get in their faces, I like to get as many kills as possible, I like to get in their spawns and just rush them as much as I can. And this weapon is a perfect match to my playstyle, just because it is one of the most fastest fire rate weapons in the game. I believe the Daemon is above it. I did actually make a Daemon versus the Spitfire comparison video. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, I'll leave a link down to it on the description, or of course you guys can go ahead and check out on my channel. But when I was doing that comparison video, I actually found out that the based weapons with no attachments or anything, they both have the the Daemon has like a 1 higher fire rate. It is actually fast fire rate, which was pretty surprising because I did believe that the Spitfire was the fastest fire rate weapon in the game, but it's actually the Daemon, I think, or it might be the Cap 45 or whatever it's called in this weapon, the one from the pistol from BO2. So it might be that. I'm not quite sure what the fastest fire rate weapon is, to be fair, but this is definitely up there. And with this fast fire rate comes a ton of benefits. For one, of course, if you guys are a rushy player like me, once again, if you get in their faces, as you can see now, if you guys have a good accuracy as well, it's very important. If you're going to use this weapon, you have to be a pretty decent player. You have to know how to control your recoil, because obviously if you guys can't control your recoil, then this is going to be a very difficult weapon for you to use, because the recoil is absolutely everywhere. Because once again, if the fire rate is absolutely insane, then the weapon is going to have an absolute load of kick, and it's going to go really it's going to go all over the place. So if you guys don't know how to control your recoil that well, I do have a video on how to get better accuracies and that. But that weapon does come with a laser sight attachment, so if you guys struggle with the accuracy, I definitely recommend you guys just sticking that laser sight on for a bit until you get used to it, and then maybe take it off, maybe have a play around with your sensitivities and stuff like that. This weapon is definitely one of the best weapons in the game. It's been probably one of my top 5 weapons since the very beginning of the game, including the beta. Like I said before, I used to always use this gun in the beta, and I have loved it ever since. So I definitely recommend you guys giving this weapon a go. You guys will not regret it. If you guys haven't yet, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have probably used this weapon already, because it is definitely one of the top weapons. Anyway, the next gun I want to concentrate on is going to be the MX9. Now this is another SMG. On this video, I do have 3 SMGs and 2. I have 1 tactical rifle and 1 assault rifle, by the way, just thought I'd mention that quickly. But the MX9, as you can see here, just like the Spitfire, it is an SMG, and that being said, it is very good for my playstyle, because I like to get in their faces, I like to get as many kills as possible, and you guys will see in the clips in the background, I get a bunch of kills very quickly. I'm in their faces, I'm just completely shredding them, to be fair. I am completely unstoppable with this weapon. When I use this weapon, oh my god, I just love it. Like, I feel so amazing. I just feel really good with this weapon. I actually didn't use this weapon that much before, because if you guys remember, probably ever since the patch 1.15 or 1.16, this weapon used to absolutely suck. It was probably the worst SMG in the game for core. Maybe in core the GKS was probably worse than the MX9, but in core this weapon absolutely sucked. And all of a sudden, after I believe it was the 1.16 update or the 1.15 update, this weapon has been absolutely insane ever since. I have been using it after the 1.17 update as well. As you can see, a bunch of these clips in the background, pretty good clips. I absolutely shred with this weapon. Now, there's several reasons I love this weapon. One of them being is it is an SMG and you can put suppressor on it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I love using suppressors on weapons, especially on SMGs, because like I said before, I do like to get in their faces, I like to get in their spawns, and if I have an SMG with a silencer on it, I am hidden off the minimap pretty well. As you can see right now, this is a very good example. I am in their spawn and I'm literally killing like so many people, and they literally don't know where I am. And one of the reasons for that is because I have suppressor on this weapon, and therefore I am not revealed on the minimap when I shoot, so they don't know where I am. So that's a very good tip for you guys. If you guys want to get more kills, want to get a better KD, want to die less, stick a suppressor on your gun. You guys have no idea how much it'll actually help. I've been using suppressors on pretty much most of my guns ever since I started playing, which was back in Black Ops 2, and I've just loved using suppressors ever since. There's so many benefits to using it. It doesn't just reveal, like hide you off the minimap, it just makes the gun kind of feel better, in my opinion. It kind of makes you feel a bit more safe when you're in their spawns, because obviously they can't see you when you shoot on the minimap, and you guys can just lock down a lot of positions without them knowing your position. And another thing I love about this weapon is it has rapid fire on it, and rapid fire on SMGs, I absolutely love it. If you guys don't know, rapid fire is probably one of the best attachments in the game, in my opinion. I think this on every single game. On World War 2, I actually made a video separate, a complete video on rapid fire and just why it was really good.
Jokey beat. Jokey beat.